Tafadzwa, let's turn to books now. Our viewers all over the world love books. I love books myself. I wouldn't be who I am without books. What 3 books briefly have you read that you'd want to share with our book-loving audience?
So, in terms of self-help, I've read, I mostly read bios. I've read What It Takes, Stephen A. Schwartzman. So, the very first chapter, Go Big. There's a general misconception in business that we should always start big business in a big way. But you can always start a big business, but starting small. So Solgas, for example, is a big business. Like we spoke about, we want to get to 1,000 megawatts. But the same effort that it takes to do a 1 megawatt is the same development process to get to 1,000 megawatts. So the lesson is, whatever industry that you choose, you need to choose an industry that's scalable so that you can really become more efficient and more committed to that particular industry and become a titan in that particular industry.
So that's the first book. The second book?
The second book has got to do with my journey now in Solgas Energy. It's called Blackout, the Eskom Crisis. So Blackout is a book that was written by James Trent Stein. I remember on my journey, in the Solgas journey, I used to argue quite a lot with the then electricity trading manager. His name is Mr. Mashiri. I think he's now with the World Bank. And the reason we were arguing from valid points of view. And then I thought to myself, I've read this book. I bought copies of this book and then I gave him a copy. After I gave Mr. Mashiri a copy of this book, we became the best of friends. Our arguments became aligned. And I've also given a copy to the current MD of ZTDC, Engineer Choga.
Fantastic.
Because it's important to shape the industry.
Books are amazing.
Yes.
Your second book? Your third book. So your third book, my apologies.
The third book is the 5 a.m. Club.
Oh, right.
Robin Sharma.
Yeah.
So that book took me on a spiritual journey. My character in nature is the entrepreneur in the 5 a.m. Club. It really provoked in me the reason why I started Solgas. I started Solgas because I was angry at the world. It was from an anger point of view. I needed to prove a point to the world that I'm that child who has had so many difficulties in between, but look at where I am now. But after reading the 5 a.m. Club and after going through the journey of the entrepreneur, I then got to realize you can start a business with anger as your motivation, but that business is not going to last long. But the moment that you learn to use love as the motivation, you become more compassionate towards your employees, towards your stakeholders, your customers, and people can relate to you. And the impact of love transcends beyond